Okay, start with our prayers. Welcome you all for this Japa talk. Om Adhyasya Jnananjana Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Padanti Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Satarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृत्ता हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण. So for today's topic of discussion, I choose the topic to be the name of the topic to be I am your servant. I am a servant. I am a servant. So जब भी हम जप करते हैं, जो हरे कृष्ण जप करते हैं, वी शुड नो व्हाट इज द मूल उद्देश्य. उसका मूल उद्देश्य क्या है हमें जानना जरूरी है. और उसका मूल उद्देश्य है जप में कि ये जानना कि ये प्रयत्न करते हैं कि हम अपना संबंध, वी आर ट्राइंग टू रिवाइव द रिलेशनशिप विथ गॉड. एंड एंड व्हाट इज दैट संबंध? कि मैं आपका सेवक हूँ, सेवक हूँ और मुझे आपका सेवा दीजिए. So this is the main goal of chanting the names of the Lord. So why we are thinking that I am the servant? क्यों ऐसा संबंध हम भगवान के साथ रखने चाहते हैं कि मैं आपका सेवक हूँ? So with regard to this, actually there is a nice explanation given in the seventh canto, where Prahlad Maharaj is actually offering the prayers to the Lord. तो जब भगवान आते हैं नरसिंह का रूप में और प्रहलाद को बचाते हैं, तो प्रहलाद से पूछते हैं कि ओ प्रहलाद, ये कठोर रूप से बहुत बड़े बड़े भगवान लोग को भय आ जाते हैं, तो तुम्हें इस रूप से भय नहीं लगा? तो so he asks Narsimdev. So Prahlad Maharaj says, "Oh Lord, I am actually not fearful with your form, with this the form of the lion, but actually I am fear about the sufferings of this material world. ये भौतिक जगत का जो कठिनाई है, इससे मैं मुझे बहुत डर है." So and he says that whenever we come into this material, जब भी हम ये भौतिक जगत में आते हैं, हम बहुत सारे संबंध को लेके आते हैं अपना साथ से. जैसे कोई रिलेटिव होगा, कोई फ्रेंड होगा, दोस्त होगा, एंड कोई somebody will be very dear, एंड कोई दुश्मन भी होगा. सो जब भी हम इस भौतिक जगत में आते हैं, तो ऐसा बहुत सारा संबंध अपने अपने आप से जुड़ जाते हैं. तो just when the child is born, he is actually getting disconnected from his previous body, from his former body, and he may have a very pleasant body in his previous birth, but when he takes this body which is not so pleasant also, he feels that this body is very very comfortable. Why? This is because Maya is actually acting on him. So there are two types of Maya Shakti, Prabhupada is saying. One is Avarnatmika Shakti and one is Prakshetatmika Shakti. So what is this? Suppose like one is actually very, very feeling very troublesome. पहचानिए कि जो भौतिक जगत में आया है और भौतिक जगत में बहुत सारे कठिनाई को देख के he thinks, okay, let me become Krishna conscious. मैं कृष्ण प्रेम में आना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि भौतिक जगत बहुत कष्ट हो गई है. एंड तब उसका मन में एक प्रश्न आएगा. तो what will be that question? The question will be that what you will do after coming to Krishna conscious. क्या करोगे तुम कृष्ण प्रेम में आके? कुछ भी उसे प्रयोजन नहीं है, ऐसा मन में एक बात उठाएगा. So what is that? That Prabhupada is saying that is the prakshetmatmika Shakti of the Maya. That is one of the Shakti of Maya which is actually not allowing you to come to Krishna consciousness. That's why like Prabhupada gives the example that so many people have come to Krishna consciousness, but after some time they leave Krishna consciousness. Why? Because they are not serious and because they are not sincere. So that is why प्रहलाद महाराज is saying. इसीलिए प्रहलाद महाराज बोलते हैं कि जब तक हमें ये देह रहेगा, तो कोई ना कोई हमें हमारा दोस्त रहेगा या कोई ना कोई हमारा दुश्मन रहेगा. So जब हमें हम हमारा दुश्मन आ जाएगा तो हमें चिंता आ जाएगी, ऑटोमेटिक से हमारे लिए चिंता भी आ जाएगी। तो ये दिस इज दिस प्रॉब्लम ओनली इन ह्यूमन सोसाइटी? सो प्रहलाद महाराज सेज नो, इट इज नॉट ओनली इन ह्यूमन सोसाइटी, मगर सिर्फ मनुष्य के सोसाइटी में ही नहीं है, बल्कि जो प्राणियां होती हैं उसका भी दुश्मन होता है, उसका भी दोस्त हो सकता है। हम डिस्कवरी चैनल में देख सकते हैं कि कैसा पशु और पक्षी, और रोड में जो कुत्ता है वो अपने आप से कैसा दे फाइट विथ ईच अदर, right? We have seen in discovery channels also elephants fight with each other. What to say about the material world? Even in the heavenly planets, like Indra is actually fighting with the demons to actually protect his position, so he is also having enemies. So that is what actually Prahlad Maharaj is saying, that this particular friends and enemies are actually present in all in all community. So one cannot avoid think that मैं यहाँ पे बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम है तो मैं यहाँ छोड़ के दूसरी जगह में चले जाता हूँ, नहीं, वहां भी प्रॉब्लम्स रहेगा। So one cannot avoid one society to another thinking that there will not be any enemies for me, but this enemies will continue to exist. And then perhaps Maharaj also says that once the problem comes, we try to mitigate it, we find some solution out of it. And he says, just like an example he gives, Prabhupada gives that example of the United Nations. The United Nations is actually meant for keeping peace of all the countries. But what is happening? Still, countries are actually fighting with each other. They're enemies with each other. We have seen it by example. So Prahlad Maharaj says that this remedy, what we are trying to bring in, that is actually more troublesome than the disease itself. So जब हम कोई रोग को क्यूर करना चाहते हैं तो उसका रेमेडी जो है वो बहुत कठिन होता है। तो दिस इज ऑल्सो, रेमेडी इज ऑल्सो मच मोर डिफिकल्टी देन the problem itself. So that is why Prahlad Maharaj says, he comes to this understanding that, oh Lord, if somebody understands, अगर कोई अपने आप से पहचान सकता है कि मैं कौन हूँ, मैं एक भगवान का पार्ट एंड पार्सल, मैं एक भगवान का अंग हूँ, और जो भी दूसरा है वो भी एक भगवान का अंग है। इफ वी आर एबल टू कम टू दिस अंडरस्टैंडिंग, देन वी नो दैट आई एम योर सर्वेंट, आई एम द सर्वेंट ऑफ द गॉड, and I should engage in the service of the Lord. If one comes to this position, then there can be no misunderstanding. So Prahlad Maharaj says, oh Lord, इस जन्म में ही नहीं, बहुत सारे जन्म से मैं एक एक देह से दूसरा देह पे जा रहा हूँ, और देख रहा हूँ कि कठिनाई से कठिनाई ही ज्यादा हो रहे हैं। तो इस जन्म में मेरा ये प्रार्थना है कि मैं आपका सेवक बनूं और आपका सेवा करूं। So that's what he asked Prahlad Maharaj as. Not only that, Krishna also himself is saying in various instructions in Bhagavad Gita, he is saying Sarvadharma Parityajna Mamekam Sharanam Vaja. So Krishna is also giving this knowledge to us. And if one can come to this knowledge after passing through various body, then one can actually attain the peace. So he's saying, giving the instructions also, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Prapatyate. After taking various births, if one comes to this knowledge, then actually he can actually attain. He knows Bhoktaram. Again, one more sloka also is saying, they're right. Bhoktaram Vigna Tapasya Sarvaloke Maheshwaram. So the yeah, I forgot that this thing. So one attains, actually one who knows that Lord is the supreme Maheshwara, then one can actually easily attain the peace. So that is why if we agree that Krishna is our real friend, we know Krishna is actually called as Dinabandhu also. So Dinabandhu means he's actually trying to our real friend. If we understand that our real friend in this material world is only Krishna, and and understand this, then we can become peaceful. Otherwise, but what we are doing, we are actually trying to make enemy of Krishna, and we are actually becoming like demons of Krishna by not following his instructions. So unless we surrender, we actually have no option but to travel from one body to another. So that is why Prahlad Maharaj says, ends with this, that so and so Prahlad Maharaj says in his prayers that I want to actually become your servant, and I want to actually engage in your services. So taking this example from the Mahajan, that is Prahlad Maharaj. So we should also, when we are chanting, we should know why we are actually what we are actually trying to do. We are trying to establish our relationship with the Lord, that He is our only friend, and with this friend, and I am His actually, and my position is that I am His servant, and I want to actually engage only in His service so that I can actually find peace in my life. So that should be our goal, our motto when we are trying to chant the names of the Lord. So this I try to conclude my small talk. Thank you for your patient listening. Hare Krishna.